What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Stars Insiders podcast / show. Welcome back, y'all. I know it's been a good little while since I did a episode. A whole lot has happened since the last time I did an episode. I think the biggest thing that happened first was, of course, the trade for George Pickens, and I think it was huge. I won't talk too much about the whole offseason. I kind of want to focus today on just this Cowboys-Eagles game. I want to do sort of like a film breakdown. Not super in depth though, because I'm honestly still learning the game of football, and I hope y'all can be patient with me with this. I'm still trying to learn. I'm still trying to see the game from a different perspective, from a different point of view. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Today we'll be breaking down again the Cowboys-Eagles game, and yeah, let's get straight to it. All right, so the first guy I really want to go over today is QB1 Dak Prescott. Having him in the game, having Dak Prescott back on the football field, first of all, it just feels so good. I really on some heavy glaze. It puts a smile on my face just seeing Dak Prescott back on that football field. But apart from the glaze, I think Dak Prescott had a massive game. I think he had a really good game. He was extremely accurate with the football. He was making great decisions. There was a couple plays where he did miss a couple of guys, and I'll go over some of those plays, and I'll go over all of his good plays. And I think the biggest thing for Dak Prescott this game is that I feel like stats didn't tell the whole story of this game. Dak Prescott, this past Thursday had 34 attempts, 21 completions, 188 yards. He had a 61.8 completion percentage. And I think one of the bigger things that I saw, I think he was the second or third highest ranked quarterback per PFF. Let me bring up these stats, because I know Dak had a really good game according to PFF. All right, here we go. Dak Prescott's performance week 1 versus all quarterbacks via PFF. He had a 90.0 grade, just like an overall grade. He was second in the NFL in that. He had a 86.1 passing grade. He was third in the NFL in that. He had 4 big time throws, which was tied for second in the NFL. He had 10.9 average distance of a throw. I'm pretty sure that's what ADOT means. It's just air yardage. That's how far all of his passes traveled. That was third in the NFL. He had a 90.4 grade under pressure, and I think we saw a whole lot of that. He played extremely good against the pressure, breaking sacks and escaping out the pocket and making just those huge plays for the Cowboys on some of those third downs. He had an 83.0 grade when blitz, which was third in the NFL. I think just a really impressive start for Dak Prescott, especially coming back from that injury. But all right, let's get into some of this film. Here's one of the first plays I want to go over. This play came in, I'm guessing this is the first quarter. It doesn't really completely say that here on the app, but let's go over this play. I kind of forgot what this play was, but this is one of the first plays I saw from Dak Prescott that really stood out to me. He drops back. It's play action, looking for Ceedee Lamb. Oh yeah, this is one of the plays that just took off. You know what I mean? Just set the tone for the team. Just amazing ball placement, an amazing route from Ceedee Lamb here. Really good pass protection. Here we go with the play action. Dak Prescott drops back and just puts it in the money. I think a really good thing the Cowboys did on Thursday was just targeting the bad players on this defense. They targeted Adoree Jackson a lot. They targeted that middle of the defense a whole bunch. These defensive tackles, Jordan Davis, of course, he's a good player, but he's not no Jalen Carter. I think Tyler Smith, BB, and Tyler Booker did a really good job of handling those guys, and I'm really happy that the Cowboys did that. You know, I think the term is find the scrub, and the Cowboys 100% found the scrub on a lot of these plays. Let's go over to this next play. I think this is still the first quarter. It was on 11:50. Here we go. Here we see Dak Prescott. Motions over the receiver. There goes Javonte Turpin. Drops back. Sort of a low play action here. Here he goes. He escapes the near sack of both of those defenders, and a really, really good throw on the run. And a really good job from Ceedee Lamb there to come back for that football. I wanted us to look at Dak Prescott running away from this pressure. Let me lower the speed here on this a little bit. Here we go. He motions over Javonte Turpin. Snap the football, play action. Tyler Smith comes over and helps Jake Ferguson here. Cooper Beebe gets beat there by Jordan Davis, but Dak Prescott escapes that. Tyler Guyton gets beat there a little bit, and then Dak Prescott just comes back, finds Ceedee Lamb on the run, and just delivers an amazing, amazing football there. And Ceedee Lamb the first half for Ceedee Lamb was one of the best halves I've ever seen him have. Of course, those drops were crucial, but if you really take that whole thing, those drops away, Ceedee Lamb played a hell of a game. And that was just really encouraging to see Dak Prescott and Ceedee Lamb being on the same pace week one. But yeah, great play here from both of the guys. QB1 and wide receiver one action here. Let's watch that again. Here we see. Let's look at Jordan Davis here. They leave Jordan Davis here one-on-one with Cooper Beebe, and I think Cooper Beebe holds him for just enough time there to let Dak Prescott get outside the pocket and find his receiver. But he did get beat there. Tyler Guyton didn't entirely get beat. I think Dak Prescott moving out to that left side kind of helped the defender there get away from that from the block and try to get Dak Prescott. But Dak Prescott evaded that sack, and he found Ceedee Lamb for a really good gain there. Now let's watch this play here from Dak Prescott. I think this was that one deep crosser to Ceedee Lamb. No blitzing here from the Eagles. Dak Prescott has enough time in the pocket, sits there, looks around, finds Ceedee Lamb on that little crosser, and I want to highlight. I want to just shout out to the O-line here, because they gave Dak Prescott a very, very, very long time in the pocket, and they gave him an extremely just clean pocket. Dak Prescott could sit there for a while and not have to worry about anything. That he just let him find his receiver there and take advantage of the bad coverage there from that defense. Tyler Guyton had a really good game. I think Terrence Steele had a pretty decent game against Nolan Smith. Here we see him just bag Nolan Smith on this was that play that I forgot about this. This was that play where Tyler Guyton just smacked the shit out of the defender. This is really funny. Here we see Guyton over there, and he just left hook to the defender's face. And this is a really good play for everybody. This is like you can point out a lot of stuff here. Here we see Dak Prescott hit Ceedee Lamb, doing Ceedee Lamb things there, and then you just see George Pickens just body Andrew Mukuba there on that block. Here we go, Dak Prescott motions over the receiver. Snaps the football. Tyler Booker, a great ref right there from Tyler Booker. And Dak Prescott. Oh, this is the dime to George Pickens. George Pickens should catch that. Like, I feel like he catches that at least 9 out of 10 times. I don't know why he dropped this one. Dak Prescott put that on the money. Dak Prescott was just straight money this game. He received dropping back and then just delivering a bomb there to George Pickens that was dropped, but it was also a flag there from Quinyon Mitchell. It should have been a catch, though. I feel like I've seen George Pickens make that catch a lot of times. Let's look at that play another time. One more time. Dak Prescott, bomb. Ball. I mean, it just every football from Dak the game was just on the money, and receivers just weren't really helping a whole bunch there, Dak Prescott, but Dak Prescott still had an amazing game. Let's go to this next play. All right, here we go. Let's watch this play from Dak Prescott. I think this was that one big that break of a sack. Cooper gets beat there pretty well from Jordan Davis, but Dak just escapes right there. Dak just escapes the sack there from Jordan Davis. Dak's a big dude. He's a hard dude to take down. Let's watch this back one more time because I think I saw something else here that I didn't see initially. Let's watch here Tyler Guyton on this play. He left tackle here, number 60. Going against that D tackle. Yeah, Tyler Guyton had a really good game. I think he had a couple of reps he did lose, but he mostly won a whole bunch of games. He won not a whole bunch of games. He won a whole lot of reps this game. But that break sack from Dak Prescott was just I just love seeing this, man. I love seeing Dak Prescott do this type of stuff. Let's go on to this next play. I got a couple more I want to go over here for Dak. And then we'll move over to Mr. Javonte Williams, who had a really nice game. I think this one was that one throw to to Jake Ferguson over the middle. That was put on the money. That was called a hospital ball from a bunch of people. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was that one throw. That's the best I'm going to get because I don't know for what reason it doesn't let me remove this little overlay. But the ball was placed, again, in a very, very good position. I know it's a tougher catch. I know. But it's Jake Ferguson, you know what I mean? If it's a tight end. If it was maybe Ceedee Lamb or like Turpin or something, like one of these some of these smaller receivers, or like maybe like Tolbert or something, I wouldn't really expect him to make this play here. But this is Luke. I'm sorry. I keep confusing Luke and Jake. But I feel like this is a play that Jake Ferguson needs to make. I know it was sort of kind of a hospital ball. I don't think so myself because I feel like if Ferg right here, he just caught it, brought it in, and just went down. Sort of like a little possession catch here. I feel like he could have had it here for a touchdown. There was a bunch of balls dropped for plenty of yards and plenty of touchdowns this game. And this is one of the bigger ones because I really do feel like Jake Ferguson can for sure make that play here. Let me slow it down all the way and watch this through. Does get hit there, but he never really gets his hands around the football, so he never really secured the catch there. I feel like if he could have secured the catch, he would have caught that. If he just put his hands around the football, he would have for sure caught that and came down with it. Because I feel like I've seen Schoonmaker make these types of catch where he just gets the ball and gets hit hard. But again, Dak could have maybe taken a check down here or something, but Dak was going for a touchdown, and I feel like he put the ball in a good place for Jake Ferguson to make a play, but Jake was just not able to come down with the football on this play. Alrighty. Now, moving on to one of the next impact players of this, one of the bigger impact players of this game, I think was Javonte Williams. I think He's the guy that personally surprised me the most. I honestly didn't believe a whole bunch in Javonte Williams. He had a tough year last year with the not Saints, with the Broncos. So honestly, I just didn't. Not, I wouldn't say I didn't believe in him, but I just wasn't sure that Javonte can really bring back his rookie self, or that pre-injury Javonte Williams. And I feel like he showed a good bit of that this game against the Eagles. Of course, Eagles losing Jalen Carter helped him in the offensive line a lot during the run game and pass game. But the offensive line played extremely well with these run blocking schemes. I think Tyler Booker had an amazing game moving guys. Tyler Smith was just being Tyler Smith. Cooper Beebe, I feel like, had the rougher game of our interior guys. But even him having a rough game, I think he still had a very solid game for Mr. Second Year Man, Cooper Beebe. But let's go over this play. As one of the first plays of the game. First runs, setting the tone here. Javonte Williams in the backfield. Runner just out the middle here. Jake Ferguson comes in, blocks Nolan Smith, and offensive line just creates a massive hole there for Javonte Williams, and he's able to pick up, I think, about 7-8 yards there on that first down play. Here we're going to see Jake Ferguson come back in and block Nolan Smith, and then we see the double team from Tyler Smith and Cooper Beebe just being able to move back Jordan Davis here on that play. Watch BB and Tyler Smith there. Just moving dudes out the way. It's good blocking. Not really a whole bunch you can do there. I feel like it could have been a bigger gain there if I want to see George Pickens here on this play. Yeah, if GP can hold that block for a little longer, I think Javonte Williams gets another 5 to 6 yards on that play. GP's known for blocking. Not known for blocking, but he's known to be a great blocker. It just wasn't a great showing there from George Pickens. He did get beat there by Mr. Cooper DeJean, but it was still a great play from both Javonte and being able to find that hole, hit that hole, and get a big gain there on that play, and a really good play from the offensive line there, just being able to create that hole for Javonte Williams to get that massive gain. I feel like the biggest thing Javonte did show was his physicality, and this play, not the biggest thing he showed, but the biggest thing that I feel like was mentioned around his name a lot in the offseason was his physicality, and I feel like he showed that in this play. I feel like he showed every single bit in this play right here. Here we got Hunter Lupke and Javonte in the backfield. Spanford comes in. There's a good block there on that guy. And here was Javonte Williams. It goes 1, 2, 2 guys on top of him, 3 guys on top of him, and he gets almost 10 yards there on that play. He could have probably scored there if one of those guys kind of rubbed off on them right there. But Javonte, again, showing amazing physicality. I feel like we missed that. The Cowboys have missed that a lot. I think the closest guy, not the closest guy, but the last guy we had that showed this much physicality was probably rookie Ezekiel Elliott. Not even rookie, just those first couple of years of Ezekiel Elliott. I think that was the last couple of years the Cowboys saw of this type of running back play. But here we go. Tyler Smith lays a good block there on that defensive tackle. Tyler Guyton lays a really good block there on Zach Bond and allows Javonte Williams. I think Tyler Guyton allowed this play to happen here. He moves up to the second level. There's a great block there on Bond. He does get shot to the ground right there, but he allows for this huge play to happen from Javonte Williams. And again, Javonte just showing amazing physicality here. Javonte had a pretty impressive game. Not a whole bunch on his stats, but he did have 2 touchdowns. Javonte Williams hasn't had 2 touchdowns in a very long time. I don't think we've had a game as well as the Dallas Cowboys haven't had a running back go for 2 touchdowns. I think it was in like 3 years since the Cowboys have had a guy rush for 2 touchdowns in a game, which is insane. But that just shows the poor play we've had at running back past couple of years. And I think I'm not gonna say Javonte is the answer at running back, but I think Javonte is he'll be a great complement to this offense. Here we go. I want to go over CeeDee Lamb. I only have 3 plays I really want to go over because a lot of the plays that Dak Prescott made were to CeeDee Lamb. I'm pretty sure I really just highlighted his bad plays on these 3 clips that I got from CeeDee Lamb. I think these were some of the drops and very crucial drops. I'm not sure what happened to CeeDee Lamb this game. Because it's just really unexplainable why some of these drops happened. I think the only drop you can say that was a tough catch that maybe he couldn't have caught it, but CeeDee Lamb's a good enough player to catch these type of balls. Was that one last play that pretty much sealed the game. I'll go over that one. That's the last play I have here, but I want to go over this one because this was just a bad drop, just a really bad drop here from CeeDee Lamb. Here we go. He runs I'm pretty sure he just runs like a little quick slant here. Gets his guy. Dak hits him, and the ball's just dropped. He got his hands on the ball. I mean, not he did. Dak Prescott put that ball right where it needed to be, but Ceedee just couldn't come down with the catch for I don't know what reason. It's frustrating because I feel like if CeeDee Lamb could have caught some of these passes, we probably could have won the game. I think we beat ourselves here. We had everything. We had everything going our way. I feel like we were the better team on Thursday, but plays like this are just unacceptable from our top guys, and that's the type of stuff that hurts us in these big games. Dak Prescott just throws it perfectly, and CeeDee Lamb just should have dropped. I'm not sure if he was scared to get hit there or what, but it was just a very rough showing for CeeDee Lamb in that second half for sure. Want to go over this other one? I'm guessing this is probably that post route he dropped. Honestly, yeah, I know why now. I think this is just poor route running from CeeDee Lamb. I think Dak Prescott puts the ball where it needs to be, and the route was just not even ran from CeeDee Lamb here. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be some sort of a comeback here, but if we see CeeDee Lamb here, he just kind of just gets to the top of his route and just sort of just gives up on it. It's not even working. I can't even slow it down, but here we see CeeDee Lamb against Quinyon Mitchell. He gets to the top of his route and kind of just runs into Quinyon, and it's almost picked off because CeeDee Lamb just didn't really run his route. I'm not sure what happened here. I feel like Dak put it where it needed to be. CeeDee Lamb just didn't run a great route. It was the end of the game, so I'm guessing he was frustrated in a way, but just putting Dak in a tough position there. Bad route. I don't think he showed a whole lot of effort there on that one play. And let's go to the last one. I'm not sure if this is that final drop or which one this is, but let's go to this play right here. Oof. Yeah. This was a rough one here from Ceedee Lamb. Let's watch Dak Prescott on this play here because he gets pressured pretty quickly here. Guy gets beat there. He almost gets sacked right there, and the ball is in Ceedee Lamb's hands once again. And once again, Ceedee Lamb just could not come down with the catch. Again, I don't know if he was scared to get hit or what, but Dak Prescott put the ball right where it needed to be. Beautiful spiral right to Ceedee Lamb, and another near pick there. That wasn't Dak Prescott's fault. I think this was that one play that dropped kind of like a goal right here from Ceedee Lamb. Dak again throws it right where it needs to be. It's a tougher catch. I feel like this one you can kind of be a little more easy on Ceedee Lamb with this one, but Ceedee Lamb is being paid $34 million a year. I feel like Ceedee Lamb needs to make these types of catches every single time. Ceedee Lamb's supposed to be an elite receiver. Ceedee Lamb's supposed to be one of the top 3 receivers in the NFL. I don't know if Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson dropped these types of passes. I feel like if Ceedee Lamb really wants to separate himself from the rest of the receivers in the NFL, he just has to come down with these. And of course, Ceedee Lamb showed really, really good accountability. Put on himself. I think he even put his loss on himself. But rough catches, just rough drops. Extremely rough drops. And a tough game from Ceedee Lamb. If it wasn't for these drops, man, I feel like Ceedee Lamb could have had probably about $180 and a touchdown. But a guy that I feel like wasn't talked about a whole bunch, that I feel like had a amazing game, was Marshawn Kneeland. And let's talk about him right now. I highlighted 3 plays here from Marshawn Kneeland. I want to go over these pretty quickly here. Here we see Mr. Kneeland again, lined up against Lane Johnson and Grant Calcaterra here. Gets off. And he showed up just the immense power he has there, because I know Kneeland isn't really known to be a fast guy, or even a lot as an edge rusher. I feel like we didn't really claim him a whole bunch as an edge rusher. We claimed him a little more as a sort of a run stopper, but I feel like he showed a whole lot of not a run stop. Like he showed a whole bunch of good in his pass rushing. Go over this again. This is against the best right tackle in the NFL, and I feel like he kind of won this rep. He forced Jalen Hurts outside the pocket. He got a really good pressure there. Ezeiruaku wasn't able to get off that block there. If not, he would have got the sack. But if Ezeiruaku gets off that block there, I feel like he gets to Hurts. But again, an amazing play there from Marshawn Kneeland, just being able to pretty much overpower and just a straight bull rush here from Kneeland. Just bang up the middle, pushes Kneeland straight into Hurts, and just forces Hurts to have to run the football. Here we go. Kneeland was lined up on that left side pretty much the entire game, and I feel like he had a really good game on. Not a really good game, but he had a very solid game here against, again, the best right tackle in football. Here we see Kneeland again against Lane Johnson. The left side of your screen here. Kneeland against Lane, pushes him over, gets off that, and just gets the sack. Kneeland. This excites me because I know we were talking a whole bunch about possibly missing Micah Parsons a lot. Not possibly missing. How do I? We're gonna miss him a lot because I don't feel like we'll be able to really replicate the type of production with Micah Parsons with any of the guys that we have currently. I don't think the guys that we have currently can create the type of disruption as a pass rusher like Micah Parsons did in his career with Dallas. But these types of plays, like this one play from Marshawn Kneeland, they give me hope. They give me a lot of hope for this defensive line because a rising star, he is a second-round pick. High expectations for the guy, Marshawn Kneeland here. And the shows played great. Got off that block against Lane Johnson, and then Tyler Steen was just not able to block him at all. And Kneeland just gets straight to Hurst and just makes a huge play on that down. All right, moving on, man. I do want to talk about Kenny Clark and also Odighizuwa. I have a lot of plays, but I feel like we're getting to a point where the video is getting a little longer than I wanted. So I won't go over a whole bunch of these plays. I'll go over a couple of these, though, for sure. The Cowboys bottled up the inside, like completely bagged up the inside. And not everything, but I think 90% of the things, 90% of the reason that occurred, that was completely bagged, was because of Osa and Kenny Clark. Let's watch this play here. Saquon Barkley. Here we see Kenny Clark against Steen and Jurgens here, and then we see Osa against Cameron Dickerson. Just straight bag work. Here we see Kenny Clark. He against I think that's Jurgens. He just gets around him. He forces Saquon Barkley to the inside, and then here we see also Odighizuwa and everybody just pile up and make that big tackle. Defensive line, everybody did their job, did a really good job there. Here we see Donovan Wilson got in here and made that tackle. But Osa, Kenny Clark, boy, I'm excited. I'm really excited. Last guy I want to go over here is going to be Kenneth Murray. I honestly didn't see not great things. I know it's just 1 week. And I mean, that's what everybody. It's just 1 week. Play good or play bad. You got to show that. You can play good throughout the entire season. Or maybe you played bad that first week. You come back the next week, have a great game. But I feel like we've seen this from Kenneth Murray. Everywhere he played, that be Tennessee, be with the Chargers, he kind of gets lost. In the sauce a little bit. He's also not the best coverage guy. And again, kind of similar to the Miles Sanders thing. I kind of want the Cowboys to not lean too much on the veterans. I know experience and whatever, like, cool. I know experience is cool. But let the young guys play. Let Damone Clark play. Let Maris Leofau play. Let Shamar James play. Because those guys can really play. I didn't like Kenneth Murray's play at all. I don't think he really showed much, if not any, really good in this game. I kind of want us to make a change at linebacker sooner than later. I really want Maris Leofau on the field. I truly believe that Maris Leofau can be one of your bigger impact guys on defense, if not the biggest impact guy on defense, apart from like Sanborn. Because Maris can do it all. Maris is he's a great kind of like a RPO read type of guy. You can sit him there, get him to watch Jalen Hurts on these RPOs. Maris Leofau is a great blitzer. Maris Leafau is a great pass rusher. I feel like he's pretty decent against both the run and the pass. And the pass. And again, I just want to see more from Kenneth Murray. And if not, I really want to see Maris Leafau on the field, because I feel like Maris Leafau has a whole bunch of untapped potential. And just having him like only 6 plays in the game and just having him play special teams just doesn't really help him a whole bunch. But let's watch these couple of plays here from Kenneth Murray. He received 59. He's on the left side. Here he's supposed to get with Goddard there. I feel like he's a tiny bit, he's just a tiny bit slow to completely read that play. He try to sort of follow Saquon Barkley there, even though we're playing zone. We played zone the entire game, and I don't know. I feel like he was just slightly late to read this route here from Goddard, and just allowed Goddard to get that first down. Not even the first down, but he got a pretty good gain there on that one play. Here we see Kenneth Murray, top of the screen right there in the middle, playing that right side now. And watch Kenneth Murray here. I mean, I know he got hurt, but like, come on, dog. Like, I know he got hurt. I know he kind of got a little banged up on this play, but I don't really got a whole bunch to say on this play. It's just like, no, he got hurt, but he just got his eyes off the quarterback and just. This place is funny to me. It's not even a terrible play, because I know he did get hurt there on that play, but I don't know. I got 2 more plays I want to go over here for Kenneth Murray, and then we'll move on to the end of this episode here. See, this is what I'm talking about with Kenneth Murray getting a little lost here. Here we see him on this right side right here. Watch. This is a run play here to Saquon Barkley. He's kind of reading Goddard here, seeing if they're gonna run the football, and he's just nowhere. Like, Kenneth Murray is just lost. He's like manning up on Goddard here when Saquon Barkley, and I don't know if that was Saquon Barkley. When Saquon Barkley's already like 10 yards down the field, he's still trying to guard the tight end here. Here we go. Kenneth Murray. He's just chilling over here. And I don't know. It's just funny watching Kenneth Murray play. I don't have a whole bunch to say. That's just Kenneth Murray being Kenneth Murray. I feel like we've seen that from him everywhere he's been. Let's go on to his last play. This one was really bad too. This one was this one was really bad, because I feel like you wouldn't see Shamar James or Maris Leafau get just bodied like this by a tight end. Here we go. Kenneth Murray on this left side. It's I don't know if it's a pitch here or if it's like a screen here to Will Shipley. It's a screen. Here he goes. Here's just like dog. Come on. Let me slow this down. Here you see, just watch Kenneth Murray here. Kenneth Murray is reading this guy, Jahan Dotson. I don't know who that guy is, but he's kind of double teamed here on this block. But he just gets like, dude, you're like a 240, 250 pound linebacker, just getting bodied by like an 180 pound receiver. That's just, I don't know, man. I really don't know how to feel about Kenneth Murray. I honestly, let me go over just this one last play. I want to go over this play from Ezeiruaku here because I think here's a guy that we're gonna look for a lot throughout the entire season. And I feel like Ezeiruaku didn't have the greatest game. He played similar to how he played in the preseason, where he just didn't show a whole bunch. He kind of got bagged by some of these guys. But here we go against Mailata here. Ezeiruaku on his left side against Mailata. Just, you can see the bend here. You can see the quickness there. Just forces Jalen Hurts to throw that football right there to Saquon Barkley. A great play from Ezeiruaku. One of his really only good plays, but that shows good stuff because he's able to just get around one of the better, more athletic tackles in the NFL. Jordan Mailata, he doesn't allow Mailata to get his hands on him, and he just gets around Mailata here. He's a really good player from Ezeiruaku. He just forces Hurts to dump it down because that's literally all Hurts did the entire game. Hurts blows. Hurts sucks. Hurts blows. If it wasn't for linebackers being a little retarded here, we would have probably won the game. But yeah, man, I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. Stay patient with me. I'm still learning, and I hope y'all learn the game of football with me. As we move on through the season, as we move on through these games, this is my first ever really film watch session that I've had. I'll probably do different types of film watch sessions, more like focusing on just a guy or two. But I wanted to go over the entire game. I wanted to bring out something new. I wanted to just push out sort of just content for you guys. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, drop thoughts in the comments. Drop suggestions in the comments. Drop y'all's thoughts on the game in the comments. Let me know what y'all thought about today's game. Not today's game, Thursday's game. But yeah, man, I really do hope y'all enjoyed. And yeah, I love you guys. God bless each and every single one of you beautiful souls. Go Cowboys, and yeah, peace.